intro music on before I make this video. I'm gonna play an old song with some real meaning to it, just to set the tone. Let's see here. We don't own the rights to this music.
We people who are darker than blue, are we gonna stand around this town and let what others say come true? We're just good for nothing, they all figure. A boy's grown up shiftless chicken. Now we can't hardly stand for that. Or is that really where it's at? We people who are darker than blue, this ain't no time for segregating. I'm talking about brown and yellow too. How yellow, girl, can you tell? You're just the surface of a dark, deep well. If your mind could really see, you know your color the same as me. Pardon me, brother, as you stand in your glory. I know you won't mind if I tell the whole story. Now I know we have great respect for the sister and mother. It's even better yet. But there's the joker in the street, loving one brother and killing the other. When the time comes and we are really free, there'll be no brothers left. You see, we people who are darker than blue, don't let us hang around this town and let whatever say come true. We're just good for nothing, they all figure. A boy's grown up shiftless jigger. Now we can't hardly stand for that. Or is that really where it's at? Pardon me, brother, while you stand in your glory. I know you won't mind if I tell the whole story. Pardon me, brother, I know we've come a long, long way, but let us not be so satisfied, for tomorrow can be an even brighter day.
Right, like to say shalom to all my Israelite brothers and sisters, those that are near and those that are far off. And I am coming on behalf of one of our sisters today. Well, she's an elder sister. She's an elder mother. She's probably in her 60s, mid-60s, maybe even 70s. But she's woke and she's in truth. She's been following my page for some years now. She's been following my page since my page got hacked and I started a new one. And that's, yeah, been on there. I couldn't bring her on to the live video because she's an elderly. She may not even know how to work the stuff. So I'm going to play this voice clip for you guys, and then I'm just going to send out a plea that you would do something. We try to keep monies in that PayPal account for people that need some help. Right now, it's exhausted. It's down to about $5. And, when it's money's in there, even though I can use it if I need it, I try not to. Unless it's an absolute emergency, I try to stay away from it. Try to make my own way in this life. As I said before, if it's an absolute emergency, I may use it. I may use to buy some gas or something like that. But other than that, I try not to bother it. But right now, it's exhausted. And when it has money in there, I don't always come on Facebook and bring people on to live videos. Sometimes I just do the footwork myself, and then I, help where I can. So, but I want to play this voice clip for you. But I just woke up a minute ago. I've been resting around here, trying to get me some rest. It's been raining a lot, and I don't think my mental state is not what it normally is. I guess we all get like that sometime. I don't know if it's being pressed down. I don't know if it's some mild case of depression or worry or whatever it is. But whatever it is, I've just been wanting to go to sleep. So I just woke up. I heard the phone ringing, and but I just didn't want to answer it. So it was the first thing that I checked when I got up. And so, it's what it is. This is what it is.
Shalom, elders, me, Sister Winnie. I was just reaching out because I thought you were trying to reach out to me. So I'm I just want you to know that I'm kept by the grace and the mercy of the Most High. I'm not doing so good. I barely have no food right now, and I need some paper towel and toilet paper, I have no food. I mean, almost barely no food. I still have some rice and beans, and I made some bean soup last night, and I had leftover rice with it, so that's what I had. And I'm gonna probably eating that until Friday or Saturday, because I get my food stamp on Saturday, because I get my food stamp on the first of every month. So otherwise, I'm kept, but I'm just.
Now, for those brothers and sisters that might have missed it, I'm going to play it again.
Shalom, elders, me, Sister Winnie. I was just reaching out because I thought you were trying to reach out to me. So I just want you to know that I'm kept by the grace and the mercy of the Most High. I'm not doing so good. I barely have no food right now, and I need some paper towel and toilet paper, I have no food. I mean, almost barely no food. I still have some rice and beans, and I made some bean soup last night, and I had leftover rice with it, so that's what I had. And I'm gonna probably eating that until Friday or Saturday, because I get my food stamp on Saturday, because I get my food stamp on the first of every month. So otherwise, I'm kept, but I'm just.
Okay, see, I can't speak for everybody else. I cannot speak for everybody else, but, and you know what? I don't have no choice but to say that this ministry of help is something that the Most High did where the people are concerned, because it is definitely not nothing that I set out to do. But irregardless to that, this is what happens where I'm concerned. The phone rings when people have trouble. And I don't know whether it's that they see the few people that have received help. Sister Winsome has been one of those people that she would have loved to sown into people the times that we were asking for things to assist people. But because she's elderly and because she's on a fixed income, she has always been unable to do it. And that's understandable. There are many brothers and sisters that are like that. I myself am on a fixed income as well. At $500 a month, it don't go that far, but, all praises to the Most High that we do the best we can with what we got. And, sometimes I wish I was in a better position to just do things for people, but the reality is that I'm not. And the Most High knows that. And so I'm always come to the brothers and sisters to give them an opportunity, to sow into the Father's people. I'm going to ask that we would replenish that PayPal account and put something in there. Sister Winsome is one of the few brothers and sisters that you do know about. But the only way that the account gets drained and gets empty is that there is a never-ending supply of brothers and sisters that fall on hard times or that have needs. And we don't just frivolously go out throwing people's money away. We make sure that the brothers and most of the brothers and sisters that do call in this particular manner, they are brothers and sisters that have been following my page for years. I generally don't get no requests from strangers or people that I ain't never heard of. Every now and then I may have a brother and sister that been following the page, and they may have somebody on their end that's outside of our page, but they may have somebody on their end. Like I have one sister that had been following the page, and she called me from Canada. She called me from Canada and made me aware of one of our brothers, and he was not a brother that was connected to me, but he was connected to her, and she understood what he was going through, and she reached out to me and asked if we could pull the brothers and sisters together and do something. And so every now and then, we'll go outside of the people that's on our page, but it will be for the sake of those people that we're closely connected to, that desire to do something and they're unable to do it, and then they might reach for the other brothers and sisters. But we want to try to keep something in there. I seen a post today, and I imagine that I'm a person's friend if I can see they post, but I didn't know, and so I didn't respond. But it was a sister that made a post. She said, I am no longer in a camp. I'm no longer in a camp, but can somebody tell me how I can still pay my tithes? Well, I just couldn't jump on there and respond to that. But what I wanted to tell her is that find some people, find some brothers and sisters that you scan their track record and you see the work that they are doing. And if they're doing good work for the Father's people and being a blessing, then you get behind those people and you sow into what they're doing. Those seeds that you sow into the ministry that the Father has given other people, those things, they become a benefit to you. Now, I often tell people all the time, today is somebody else with the problem. Tomorrow it might be you. Today it may be Sister Winsome that needs food and paper towels and toilet paper. Tomorrow it may be you. You see? And that's an elderly mother. Would you want your mother in that condition? Want your mother in that condition? But we have more elderly mothers. We have more mothers that are entering into conditions like this than one care to believe. And the reason why we don't see it is because people are only going to gravitate toward those people that they believe will genuinely help them. But I'm no stranger to these phone calls. This is what we get. That's why the Most High, I would like to believe that the Spirit led me after Young General died to keep that account open for this particular reason. And it becomes the ministry of helps. And the brothers and sisters that are on here, we have brothers and sisters that try to sow something every time we come on and ask. But we have a whole nother group of people that are able to do, but they will not. They will not sow anything. They keep a closed fist. They say they love the Most High. They read the scriptures. Many of them teach the word, but they never make no contributions. And so the Most High, and I put a post on there the other day that would say, you know what? We can measure those that say that they love the Most High by tampering with their pocket. Even the Bible say, where a man's heart is, there you'll find his treasure too. You see? And so when we come on here asking people to sow some seeds, it's not for nothing. It's not so that I can have a good life. I got a good life already. And ain't nothing that can be done from a financial or materialistic standpoint going to make my life no better. So I'm going to continue to reinforce that. It's not for me. I ain't Creflo Dollar. So, I'm living a modest life and I don't need that much. But it do please me when we have, when we in a position to help people. And people have helped me, over the course of my life to the point to where they have put me in a mind frame to where I will never be in a position to help people and not do it, because that's what I done receive, So I'm asking the brothers and sisters that can and will, if you would, somebody would be so kind to put this on the screen, paypal.me/Dimitri78. That is the link. There is also a Cash App link in the name of Dimitri Milligan. I will reinforce this, that these accounts are not set up for me. I try not to bother the money or spend the money. Whatever gets sown in there, it gets sown in there. You understand what I'm saying? And some of my brothers and sisters have needs. And then we can see that brothers and sisters have needs, because when we come on, just like we coming on here asking about Sister Winsome, she needs food and she needs toilet paper and paper towels. When we come on asking for people to sow seeds, $75 might be the thing that solves the problem that's worrying her to death. But in most cases, when people start sowing seeds, they sow far more than that. I may look in there and that may be $400 in there. You see? 75 of it may go to Sister Winsome. Well, it's still another $325 in there that's left over, that's waiting. You know what I'm saying? We don't just go out looking for people. But those people that the Most High sent in my direction and ring my phone about a specific thing, then we look well into the matter. And then if the Spirit say, yeah, then we move forward. And that's how this thing have operated. You see? So we don't just, like, when brothers and sisters start sowing, they start sowing, then, you know. But I notice here lately that when I come on here, that's it. PayPal.me, Dimitri. Yeah, PayPal.me/Dimitri78. That's it. And so when we I noticed lately that when we come and ask, you know, sometimes we ask and brothers and sisters respond immediately in a great way, and then sometimes we ask and it's like brothers and sisters just say, "Oh, forget that. I ain't doing it no more." You know what, man? When I was in church, I remember one day one of the deacons called me. He said, "Brother Milligan." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I want you to do a lesson on tithing." I said, "Okay." He said, "Man, because I'm sitting here looking at these tithes." He said, "And your tithes, and you the young man," he said, "your tithes is ranked right up there with the most wealthy people in this church." Of course not. We wasn't wealthy because we are, you know, from the community. But basically he was saying that the people that had good jobs and made good money, that I was contributing just as much as they were. You know what I mean? So, but it wasn't about that. It's we paid those tithes because we genuinely, sincerely believed that the Most High was requiring a tenth of the things that He had blessed us with. And we genuinely believed that when we gave that tenth of our income, that He would bless us. Now that we are in truth and we realize that there was a level of manipulation with the Christian church in asking for tithes, we are not operating by faith in those same principles. You see, it wasn't so much as the pastors or the preachers manipulating or misunderstanding the word about tithing, as much as it was our giving was being done out of faith and belief in what the Most High was going to do for us. You see? So us learning the truth is not supposed to be a replacement for us exercising our faith when it comes to giving. We still have the responsibility to help people. We still have the responsibility to look out for our brothers and sisters. We still have all of these principles where giving is concerned, where it says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give into your bosom. Cast thy bread upon the waters, and after many days thou shalt find it again." If we still have to go by we still have these same principles. But it seems like since there's no Christian church lording over many of us, is that have been an excuse not to sow seeds or not to give. Now understand that you know what, you don't know. We used to have a vehicle or an entity that we could put our money, but now we don't. So the Most High is moving everybody into a personal accountability, that no longer is nobody going to be the overseer of the things that the Father is doing or giving us, that we are going to have to be overseers and stewards over the things that the Father is doing for us. And so, you know, so let us, those that can and will, I would never ask nobody to sow no more than I am able to sow. And You know, like I said, I'm on a fixed income as well because they got me classified as disabled, and it's a rainy season. I still ain't got to work yet because it's too wet to go and cut any grass. So, but what I can afford, if I can afford to send $10. If brothers and sisters can meet me out there with $10, then we can get our elderly mother. We can get that thing that they could be putting stress and pressure on her. We can get that thing off of her by just sending her what she needs and making sure that she is good. And tomorrow it could be you or the next day, you know. So I want to come on here and just say that, and to my brothers and sisters that are not in truth, you might not be reading nobody's Bible, might not be in nobody's church, you might not be doing anything. But these principles of faith, when it comes down to giving, there's still an expression of love for the Father's people. And there is no greater joy that the Most High Heavenly Father in heaven have than to see brothers and sisters loving each other. There are going to be many brothers and sisters that don't know nothing about Scripture, ain't been in nobody's church, but just to have a love for the Father's people. There are going to be a group of people that's going to beat you into the gates. There also going to be a group of people that had every facet of information, that understood they was a part of these different organizations, and they are going to lift up their eyes in hell because their life was not coupled by no example or no obedience to what the word was truly saying. So those that can and will, I need somebody to put that account back up there again, paypal.me/Dimitri78. And when we get our sister what she need, one of the things that I always had the brothers and sisters to do is to come back and then tell Israel thank you for what had been done. And last week we had one of our brothers that called, and he said, Elder, I ain't gonna bother you. I don't mean to bother you. He said, but boy, I'm in the midst of job transition. He said, and everything ain't falling through like it's supposed to. He said, man, and I need some help because I gotta be in this hotel room another day or two, and I don't have no money. And you know what? All praises to the Most High. All I can do is thank the Most High because we had what he needed. You see, when you have what people need, that is a level of praise that breaks out, not just on our end for being able to do it, but it's a level of praise that breaks out on the end of the people that see the Most High's hand of provision show up in their life. They don't see you show up. Ain't no person that's sowing no seed physically showing up. When what their need being met shows up, it's gonna be supernatural to them. It's gonna be like, man, and I just looked up and it was there. It was there at MoneyGram. It was there at Walmart. And thank you, Most High, because they ain't got nobody else to thank. So that's okay, Sister Tracy. I know, because we know where we come from. Now Lydia on there, that's Lydia. We call her Tracy, but we grew up together. So we know we grew up together when it was a time to where, the community helped the community. All of us survived off of each other. You know what I mean? Because your mother might send you next door and go ask Miss Johnson for a cup of sugar. You know what I mean? But then Johnny's mama up the street might send Reggie down there, might send Johnny down there. Well, go ask Miss Milligan if she got a few slices of bread or a roll of crackers. You know what I mean? And that's how it was, because somebody else's mama would send them to the mother that just came to us. Hey, go ask them if they got some pet milk. You know what I mean? It was like that because the Most High had blessed all of us with something, but he had not blessed all of us with everything. And it's the same way right now. We got to learn how to depend on each other. We can't depend on each other, then we're going to be in trouble. So those that can and will, meet me out there with $10, and we're going to get Sister Winsome what she need. And just like I said, chances are sometimes we get brothers who genuinely want to do something. Sometimes we get brothers and sisters whose heart get pricked, and then they do something, and then sometimes we get abundance in there, and then we're able to go 3 or 4 months without coming back. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be watchful on Facebook because the people receive much help. But when they do, I always tell them, now go out there and thank Israel. You ever see somebody just put a post out there just thanking and lifting up Israel? Do you know why? Do you know why? Because Israel unified themselves and something got done in their life by Israel from a collective standpoint. And then they were instructed to come back and give that praise. I don't instruct people to go back and pour out all of their business because the Most High don't tell us to operate like that. He said, "You let not your left hand know what your right hand is doing as it comes to your arms and your deeds and whatever thing it is that you're doing. We do it in secret." So when those things are done, just once you sow the seed into the PayPal account, you don't have no idea where it goes. But the Most High knows exactly where it is, and He's going to allow it to grow and bear fruit at the appointed time. So those of you that can and will, and if it's anybody, well, we don't meet anywhere. These are brothers and sisters that follow this Facebook page and my YouTube page. So for the brothers and sisters that's coming on late, we're going to let you hear this voice clip. This is Sister Winsome. When we was in church, we would have called her Mother Winsome. As I said before, she's an elderly sister, and she had been following my page since I've had this page up. She had been there. And she is also a collector of some stamps. And she always tell me, she said, well, if I could just get some of these auction stamps auctioned off, and I could probably make $100,000 off of this one right here. She said, I just wish that I could just do something, because I would do something great for you. And I just say, bless you just for the thought of it. I mean, Sister Winsome, she talks big, and sometimes she talks so big that you just be like, oh man, what's wrong with this lady? This lady must be lost her mind, you know what I mean? But she showed me some of those stamps one day. She said, this one is worth $500,000. And I was like, wow, you know what I mean? I said, this lady ain't playing, you know what I'm saying? But she's an elder lady, and she's an elder mother. And I'm going to play this clip for you again. And I want you to just think if it was your mother. Hold on, let me put the Bluetooth back on. Let me put the Bluetooth back on. Okay. Let's put it back on.
Shalom, elders, me, Sister Winnie. I was just reaching out because I thought you were trying to reach out to me. So I just wanted you to know that I'm kept by the grace and the mercy of the Most High. I'm not doing so good. I barely have no food right now, and I need some paper towel and toilet paper, and I have no food. I mean, almost barely no food. I still have some rice and beans, and I made some bean soup last night, and I had leftover rice with it, so that's what I had. And I'm gonna probably eat that until Friday or Saturday, because I get my food stamp on Saturday, because I get my food stamp on the first of every month. So otherwise, I'm kept. I'm just.
Now that was the message from our email, and so it really brought tears to my eyes when I was listening to it, and sometimes it breaks my heart, man, when stuff like that happen, and then you are not in the position to where you can really do nothing. The only thing, but see, I am in a position to do something, and that's what the Most High instruct me. Say, dry your eyes. You ain't got to weep. You ain't got to weep because you're not in a position to do nothing. You are in a position to do something. You go to all them brothers and sisters that applaud you, that follow you, that call your phone, that get advice, that learn in the word. You go to all of them brothers and sisters, and then you tell them what you need, and then they're going to do it. And so That's what the Most High tell me to do. Saying that's what I'm doing. And the Most High know my heart. I ain't no beggar. I ain't no bum. I ain't trying to manipulate nobody out of nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to strategically get things. And I ain't, just a whole host of things that, brothers out here could be doing. Hustling, con men, whatnot. Now, the Most High know that ain't me. So he said, you ain't helpless. You go out there and you tell them what you need. And you tell them why you need it. And you let them hear this voice clip. And those that respond, their faith in me is being tested by what's in their pocket. Those that are able to do, will do. Those that are able to do and don't do, he said, you know what? They're going to be in the crowd with everybody else. But I got brimstone and flames for them at the end result, because they have not been good stewards over what it is that I gave them. Everything that any of us got come from the Most High. All gifts come from the Most High, the Father of lights. If you got a house, that came from the Most High, because the earth is his. If you got a car, that came from him. If you got a good job, that came from him. If you got money in the bank, that came from him. The cattle on 1,000 hills belong to the Lord. The earth is the Lord, the fullness and thereof, and everything that is in it, all the people that's dwelling in it, everything belongs to the Lord. And the Most High makes us stewards over the things that he have put in our care. And we have some people that have got closed-minded and selfish and stingy-hearted, and the only people that they think about is themselves. Well, guess what? The Most High is looking at you too. So we're not going to be hard on our brothers, and we're not trying to make nobody do nothing out of guilt, but the truth got to be told. It is what it is. So those that can and will, let us replenish this account so that when our brothers and sisters do call, I don't always have to come back. I would like to come back every 6 months. I would like it for it to get so replenished that I don't have to come back but every 6 months. And every 6 months come back with a praise report and an account tracking everything that have been done and those that have been done for. So all praises to the Most High Heavenly Father, those that can and will. Like I said, I'm disabled myself and I don't have no finances to do it on my own. So, but I can do something. I am able to make the first contribution of $10, and I never ask people for no more than I myself am able to do. So, I will contribute $10, and those that can and will can meet me with $10. And then we can get our sister's need met, our elderly mother's need met. Y'all heard the video that she don't have no food. She need paper towels. She need toilet paper. Now imagine if it was your mama that walking around the house with no paper towels and no toilet paper, working on her last roll of toilet paper. Imagine if it was your child, your daughter, your son, anything. It can be any of us. So I'm in the video right there. All praises to the Most High. Hallelujah. That means the PayPal account is paypal.me/Dimitri, Dimitri 78. And then Cash App, Dimitri Milligan. Cash App, just simply Dimitri Milligan. All right. All praises to the Most High. And thank the Most High in advance for supplying the needs of our sisters. This is how I keep my needs supplied. I learned a long time ago, whatever it is that you need, you find a way to give it to somebody else that need it better. And the Most High going to supply your need like that. And right now, there are things that I need. There are things that I need, but I ain't coming on Facebook asking for nobody to meet my needs. I'm trying to meet the needs of somebody that needs something worse than I do so that it can boomerang back and the Most High can allow that thing to come back and be what meet my need. All praises. Shalom, King D.